So now we're just lost. We're gonna look at my the context in which I was raised. We're going to look at my background. We're going to see where I came from.
And what kind of a neighborhood?
It was really nice. It was a nice neighborhood. It's just like there's nothing in it.
Yeah.
Everyone's driving. Like, when was the last time you drove to the corner store? You
At
have
the same
to.
time, you don't see anybody on foot here.
There's not one. There's nobody. So yeah, yeah, yeah. But
And that's where
like,
we're,
unless I were to go
yeah,
home and turn on the TV,
culture
I would
come
have
from.
no
Be
interaction
like
with
somewhere
human
else, it
beings.
would find.
It's like everything's like, it's so like identical in every direction. Actually, this was my dad, just cleaners. That was my dad's salon. My dad was a hairdresser.
Really?
When I was a kid, and he used to own like a salon right here. See, look how I used to, look how terrible I looked.
Okay, well.
Yeah, that's how it's amazing. Like, this is the generation. Like, there's 700,000 people in this city, and all of their parents were poor.
Yeah.
Pretty well, right? Because this is it. This is the middle class, and everyone worked their way up into the middle class. Like, they came from, you know, my dad grew up on a dirt farm in Italy, and my mom grew up in a dirt farm out on the coast in New Brunswick, and came here, struggled, worked their asses off for 35 years so that I could grow up the way I did. And you know, I'm very grateful for that. I'm very thankful for that.
But you're a brat and you.
But I'm a whiny brat because I'm so concerned with my art practice, and I'm blaming my cultural background on my art practice. I mean, I'm blaming my poor art practice on my cultural background, which, yeah, I mean, shouldn't be the case, because I know a lot of good artists from Mississauga, right? No, he's really all about like home maintenance, like, but the place looks crazy though, right? Like look at all the other neighbors, like look at all these houses. Scott, get a shot of this, like all these like rows of like their flowers, and like they're like, look at those people's like dead line.
The lights hanging up the house.
Yeah, like the dead lawns over here and everything. Like these people with their bad designs. Get a shot of that. Look at that. Look at our lawn. It's the best one, like by far. By far. And these plants and all down the house. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. We were always like that. Growing up, we always had like the nicest lawn, the nicest yard. Yeah, look at all these kids. They don't care about art. Like, this is the populace, you know.
Don't you
like,
know?
Don't you know? Like, haven't you been to the MoMA recently? Like, don't you know what's happening in the world of art? Like, the world of art, it's so feudal. It's so
Don't you
like.
guys know? There's no culture.
Well, I guess there is a culture, but it's like, it's not like a group culture. Like, you'll see, like I didn't know my neighbors. I had like a few scattered friends from school, but like there was no sense.
But they live far away.
Yeah, there's no community. There's no sense of community. Like, you live in isolation.
Yeah.
And like when we're actually cruising the streets, you'll see there's not going to be one person.
Yeah.
Like, you might see some. Oh, it's Sunday, so you're not going to see anybody. I'd say you might see some kids walking to school.
Yeah.
But like today, like I've seen maybe like 5 people, and that's that same guy we saw before. Like, it's like, oh, there's a guy, but that was just that guy smoking. But I don't know culture in the real sense of culture, in the sense that you go and experience culture. You go out into your community and you experience your culture. But when I would go outside, like here, you come out the front door, and what do you come to? You come out here and you're on the road. Like, when I was a kid, you come out and you walk down the sidewalk and you're on the road, and that's it. And like, where are you gonna go? It's like, can we get a shot of what it looks like down there? Culture, like, I know culture, I understand culture. Although I haven't lived it, I've lived it through electronic mediums or print mediums or just through media in general. Like, that's how I've come to understand culture. Pretty much, yeah. No, I've always been the coolest in the world. I've always been like a shitty, bratty kid that thinks he's too cool for everything, yeah. Not that we had it hard. The problem is that we had it too easy. And I was, when I was a kid, I probably did like how many hours of TV a day? Like 6, 7 hours. Like.
So you think we had it too easy?
Oh, I never had to work for anything. I always had everything I always wanted. Like I do now. I know what it's like to, work hard for what you want now. But I mean, I didn't grow up like that. Check out some baseball.
Did you ever play baseball?
No, I didn't really do the team sports thing. I played soccer a little bit. Off ball, like I was too real for that. Like I was too deep to actually.
To play these sports?
Yeah, to get. And I was like, these kids were conformists,
I think
right?
you're the
Like
only
all these
person
kids are.
all in black here.
Yeah, I know.
When did you figure that out?
On the deep, the softballs for conformists? No, I've always known. I wasn't being influenced by anything, from the world, from the place that I lived in, where I could draw influences
other
from
than like
other
let's
artists.
say movies and video games.
Like I always got a lot of attention from drawing. I think that's like how how I got into art in the first place, because I used to draw Ninja Turtles and stuff, and my teachers and my friends just think it's so cool and be like, oh, draw me pictures! Please draw me a picture! And the dense blandness that was my youth is going to explain why I'm such a poor artist